This story is a continual story from a kingdom called Together We Build. Together We Build, they have their chief called the wise man, the first. The youth of the kingdom, they are called intelligent youth. Among the youths, there's one youth who is a catapult shooter. He go to the forest everywhere and shoot his catapult. The youths came with an idea that they will go and consult their chief, the wise man, the first, to give them a land so that they can do farming, rear animals, and do fish farming. They consulted the chief. The chief then called all the village people and the elders, and then the youth sent the message to them what they want to do. Everybody was interested in the idea the youth brought, so everybody took part. Those who helped to dig the ponds, those who helped to get the fish for the fish farm, those who get the animals to be real. So everything was successful. Those who bring tomato seed and other seeds and cassava sticks, everybody took part. In 1 year time, everything was successful. And they planned to go and harvest the crops and then the animals and the fish, bring it to the market to sell. And the idea is to build up a school and a hospital. Because the intelligent youths, they know that from their time, they've been walking long way to a school. And then hospital also, they have to far away to hospital. So as they brought this idea, everybody was interested. So everybody took part in the kingdom of Together We Build. The crops and the animals, the fish, they are all ready to go and sell so that they can build a school and a hospital. The chief, the wise man, got a different idea, went and consulted a businessman from the next village called Did You See? The next village is called Did You See? And they have a river called This Is Not the Idea. The chief invited the businessman, and then they went to the riverside, sat down, and the chief wanted to tell the businessman what he wanted to do. Intelligent catapult shooter, he went for his catapult shooting. As he was coming, he saw the two men sitting by the riverside. He wanted to go and say hello to them, but something stopped him that he should hide and listen to what they are coming to discuss. So intelligent catapult shooter hid himself and he was listening to them. The chief then told the businessman, look, we have the youth brought an idea, we should make a community farm, rear animals, and make a fish farm, and now we have everything to be sold. And we want to sell. The idea of the youth is they want to sell this so that they can build up a school and a hospital in our kingdom Together We Build. The businessman find it very good idea and told the chief that, oh, if that be the case, I'm also going to tell my youths the same, and they should do the same so that we can also have a school and a hospital in our village, because you know how far we have to walk to school. This is a very good idea the youths bring. I'm going to inform the youths of my village for them to also do the same. Then the chief told the businessman, no, I have a different idea. I will bring everything for you. I'm going to hire a car, a big truck. I'll let them pack everything in. I will bring it to you. You go and distribute it in the market. Get the money. You give it to me. Then I want you to buy me a land in your village. I want you to buy me a car. And I want you to build me a house from that money. The businessman was shocked and said, hey, the chief, the wise man, the first. But the youth of Together We'll Build, the idea is to build a school. So if you use the money for your personal interest, what are you going to tell them? The wise man said, hey, I'm putting it on coronavirus. I am putting it on coronavirus. I will go and tell them, if you can sell it and then get the money, and as you are building the house and then you are buying me a car and then the land, by then I'm telling them that because of coronavirus, the market women and the market men, the men and the women couldn't pay the money. So I'm still chasing the money. But by that time, you are also building for me, but you don't put my name on top of any of the paper. The businessman didn't like the idea, but he's a businessman. What can he say? So the chief agreed with the businessman in the end that he will bring everything and they will go and sell it, and then he will use it, the money, for his personal interest. They divide themselves and they left. Intelligent catapult shooter heard everything and he was shocked himself what the chief is about to do. So he ran to the youth, called the youth of the kingdom Together We'll Build, and told them the whole thing. The youth were shocked. So in the end, they came with the idea that they would dress children like dwarfs, and then they would use the children to stand in the nest of the river and the junction going into the village. Did you see? That's where the market is. They will seize everything and bring the car to the palace and reveal the whole secret to the entire kingdom. The idea was successful. The chief then loaded everything. He let the village load everything in his car. He got it ready to bring it with the drivers and the mates alone to go and sell in the market. And the bad thing for the chief is in the river of Together We'll Build, it's a taboo. Friday, you don't do anything on the land. The river, you don't do anything on the land. This is going on in that kingdom for many years. Because the river, it was there before even the village was found, including the other villages surrounding the kingdom. So they all know that on Friday, you don't do anything on the kingdom of Together We'll Build. But the chief, he break the taboo, let them pack everything on Thursday, and then Friday, he want to move the car. But the intelligent catapult shooter, as he heard that, is always monitoring the chief, his movement. So you know the chief will move the car on Friday. So they set up the children by the riverside and the junction as dwarfs. And then the catapult shooter, he will do all the talking. He will hide himself and do all the talking. They saw the chief with the driver and the mate. They get into the car. They are driving the car. All the youths hide themselves in the bush. The catapult shooter hide himself. It's about 5 meters to the riverside. And then the chief saw something like dwarfs. And then he was telling the driver, is it dwarfs? Then the driver was like, I think they are dwarfs. So they said, no, we don't have dwarfs here. Why dwarfs? He said, get about 3 meters, let me see. I'll go and consult them. So about 3 meters, the car stopped. The chief get out and then shout to the dwarfs, hey, my children, leave the way. We want to pass. What are you doing here? Go home. The catapult shooter then shout, who is your dwarf? Chief the wise man, today you are calling me the river of that is not the agreement. My dwarf, your children. The chief gets shocked. Start to beg. Now he realized that that is the river, the dwarfs of the river. So he kneeled down and he was begging. That's where the catapult shooter ordered him to go to the palace and call everybody on the palace. They want to see everybody from the kingdom of Together We Build. And then they took the car to the palace. And then they revealed the whole secret to the entire kingdom. The chief, the wise man, have no option that he has to step down. He take it by himself that he wants to step down to set example to everybody, to the children, to the youth, to everyone, including the villages surrounding the kingdom, that if they give you a power, you don't use the power for your self-interest. So that's what happened for the chief, the wise man, the first. He left the throne. Then the elders want to put a new chief on the throne. In the end, they invite everybody in the kingdom, surrounding the villages, surrounding the kingdom also. They invite everybody. They want to come and put a new chief on the throne. So everybody was there. Nobody knows who is going to be the chief. It is only the elders who know. Who is coming? The catapult shooter, the intelligent catapult shooter, is their new chief. Because the place was a kingdom, they changed the name. Now it's the king of Together We Build, and the entire villages surrounding Together We Build. In 1 year time, 2 years time, he was able to put up a very big hospital and a big school. The school is serving the whole kingdom of Together We Build, and then the villages surrounding the kingdom of Together We Build, with high equipment. High equipment in the hospital, high equipment in the school. The school system was very good that they attach handicraft, seamstress, cooking course, a lot of courses attached to it. The teachers also were doing very good. In the hospital, the doctors and the nurses, very good work. 2 years, everything is developed. The youth, they form up a group going around taking care of their rivers and the sea, that nobody would dare pollute the river or the sea. And the forest also, they are taking care of the forest. So everything is going on so clean. The youth, they form a group. They go house to house, from village to villages, helping others to do their homework. Activities was going on. If you finish for 1 year for your education, before your education will be end, you have a possibility to know what do you want to do. Do you want to continue the education, or you want to do what sort of job you want to do? There are companies in the kingdom Together We Build, and then other surrounding villages. There are companies who you have a possibility to go and do the work you choose. You go and do practicals for 1 week to really see it for yourself and make sure that is it the work you want to do. If you want to be an engineer, you have a possibility to go and do theory for 1 week to really think, is it the work you want to do? If you want to be to practice medicine, you can go to the clinic, the hospital, to go and do 1 week practicals to really think, can you do that? Is it what you want to do? You have possibility to try all that you choose to do. And then if you want to do that work, then you apply, then you start your education, 3 days theory, 2 days practicals. And so everything is going on in the kingdom, in the other side, in the other part of the village. The youth, they don't have time for themselves to go and fall into bad situations or bad characters. No way. They don't have time. Everything is so going on arranged. This is where corruption, child labor, teenage pregnancy, and other bad influence and pollution came in, sent corruption to go and invade the kingdom of Together We Build, including the villages surrounding the kingdom of Together We Build, to invade them, to be corrupt. And if they be corrupt, the other characters will join in and collapse the whole kingdom. Corruption went, informed the elders of the kingdom of Together We Build. They agreed to it, but one female could prevent it. But it is only one special person who have an idea for himself that he will not consult the elders, he will not tell anybody, but he is going to take their symbol, because the symbol of the kingdom is the power. The kingdom is collapsed and the king don't have any possibility. The only possibility he have is to leave the throne, or they will take him out of the throne if the symbol is not there. So this special person, he have access in the kingdom. He can go to the secret room, he can go everywhere. They don't check him because he's a special person among the elders. He get an idea, he's going to take the symbol and throw it in the deep sea. And automatically the king will step down and they will put a new king on top, which can be corrupt. So if corruption started, other characters will join in and they will collapse the whole kingdom. So this elder went in the palace to go and take the symbol, to go and throw it away in the deep sea. As he went to the secret room, he saw the symbol on the stool, because the symbol is always on the stool. So he said to himself that he's going around to check, to make sure that nobody will see him going out with the symbol. So as he went around and he's checking, the special children for years now, because the king used them as dwarfs, he invite them to come and play in the kingdom. They can play everywhere. They have access to everywhere. The children also have, the special children have an idea to play with a chief, hide and seek. There's a game where you took something and you hide it and the one have to look for it. They asked the chief to play this game with the chief for a long time, but the chief don't have a time to play with them. Till he became a kingdom, he became a king. And as he became a king, he's always going, traveling, taking ideas, how the country can develop more, meeting the other chiefs surrounding kingdom of Together We Build, so he have no time to play with them this game. So the special children have an idea that they will take that, they call that thing shining thing. They don't know even that that is the power of the kingdom. They don't have idea that the children don't have idea that is the power of the kingdom. So they asked the chief some weeks ago to buy them a small shovels they want to play in the sand. The chief bought it for them, and then they also went and dig a hole in a special place where they also don't know that that place that they went and dig the hole is a special place. The children don't have idea. They only find that forest attractive, and they went in there and said they will dig a hole and go and take the shining thing and come and hide it. So as they were digging the hole, they sent this special child to come and take this shiny thing, as they say. But then also, the king was not around. He's not around. He went to the villages to consult the villages, because the investors will come, so he will see how the investors will come and invest. So he went for meeting the chiefs around the kingdom. So the king was not on the palace. So this special person, the special elder, went in and saw the symbol on the stool. He went to watch around to see to make sure that nobody will see him. As he went around and he came back, the symbol was not on the stool anymore. He was shocked that the symbol was not there. So he called all the elders and told them that he just saw the symbol on the stool, and he came back to the secret room again and the symbol was not there. Everybody was shocked. They called all the guards and then the workers. They asked everybody. Everybody don't have idea who took the symbol. Here comes the king from his traveling. King come and then they break the news to king. King nearly collapsed, because that is the power of the kingdom. If the symbol is not there, that is end of his kingdom. They will take him out of the throne. Automatically he have to leave the throne. The king was shaking. And then the special elder who have the plan to go and take the symbol, to go and throw it away in the deep sea, told the truth and said, I want to tell the truth. Corruption was here. Corruption was able to confuse us that we should be corrupt, and then if we are corrupt, you the king, you become a corrupt, and then other characters will come in like child labor, teenage pregnancy, and other bad influence, and then pollution. They will come in, and then we collapse the whole kingdom. But we did not. We accept it in the beginning. As corruption left, we change our mind that this is not a good idea. But I don't know what entered me that I have idea that I want to take the powerful symbol and go and throw it in the deep sea, and you have no any option, the king, that you have to step down, and then who puts a different person on the throne who is weak. The person can be corrupt very easy. So that was my plan. And then if we take somebody, new person on the throne, I will change the kingdom, the name of the kingdom. Instead of together we build, two, we divide, we fall. But I did not take it. I came in and saw it, and then I went around to check so that nobody will see that I'm going out with a symbol. As I came back to the secret room, it was not there. I did not take it. The king was worried. So he ordered them that nobody should leave the palace, nobody should leave the palace, and nobody should come in. He ordered the guards to guide everywhere and close all the gates. He's going to a special place to go and consult the special place to see if he will find idea who took the symbol. And he's going alone. He doesn't want anyone to follow him, including the guards. He warned them. The king then have his special cloth on, went. They closed the door as the king left. The king went to a special place. It's in the forest, nearby the river. This is not the agreement. In that forest is a very special place. It is only the king who goes there if there is a difficulties to go and consult the forest. And they always give him the idea. So the king is ready to do the right thing so that he can speak to the forest. He took his clothes and walked around. He found a place, fold his clothes and put the cloth down. He heard the children shouting. He found it, he found it, he found it, he found it. He turned around, these are the special children. The king asked the special children, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Do you know this is the special place? I'm the only one supposed to be here. what are you doing here? He said, yeah, last week we asked you to buy us a shovel. He said, yeah, I bought it for you. He said, the idea was we asked you to play a game with us and you never get a time to play the game with us. So we have an idea that we will go and take that shiny thing on your chair. You mean the symbol on my stool? Say that shiny thing. Say, yeah, that is the symbol of the stool. Yeah. So we dig a hole and we send a special child which you use on the stage, and you did all the talking. And then he went and put it in the plastic sack and brought it. We put it in the hole, put leaves on top, cover it and put leaves on top. Then we came to the kingdom to play. So we were playing outside, and then we saw that you came out of the palace and then the gate was locked and you were walking alone. Then we want to follow you to see if you are going to find it. And then you took your cloth and put it in exactly place where we hide the shiny thing. Then it was like, what? You have the symbol. Where is it? Then he says, under your cloth. The king was shaking and took the cloth, saw the leaves, cleaned the leaves, and he wanted to dig the place with his hand. The special children said to the king, King, we have a shovel here. You can use it. The king dig the hole and then saw a plastic sack in the hole, took the plastic sack, watch in, here is the symbol. He took the symbol out and the special children were shouting, he found it, he found it, he found it, he found it. So then the king asked the special children, what do we do now? Then the special children brought the idea that the king have to be in their middle and they will circle the king, and then he will raise the symbol up and they will sing, he found it, he found it, he found it. The king then said it's a secret place. So instead of them to shout, he found it, they should just go around him. This is what they did. The king was crying and the children also start to cry, and then he calmed them down and tell them the reason why he's crying, that this is the powerful symbol for the whole entire kingdom. All the chiefs surrounding the kingdom of Together will build. That's the powerful symbol. If the symbol gets lost, the kingdom will not exist anymore. And he have to leave the throne, and they will take a new person on the throne, and they will change the name of the kingdom. So they have an idea playing with that symbol and hide it. That saved the whole kingdom, because there was an elder who wanted to go and take the symbol and throw it away so that they can be corrupt and the whole entire kingdom will be collapsed. He told the special children. So he thanked them very much that they got this idea to do that. It saved the whole kingdom. Then a river came in and did a talk. If you want to know how the whole thing went, go to Korea Donko in my Facebook, or you go to YouTube Kofi Music Full. The whole story is there. So this is how the story started. Now, the king have an idea that he will play a game with the entire kingdom and invite all the chiefs surrounding the kingdom of Together We Build and tell them that the symbol is lost. So he make an agreement with the special children not to tell anyone. They also agree, and then the king invite everybody on the kingdom and bring the news to them that the symbol, they don't find it, it gets lost. Everybody was shocked. The whole entire kingdom was shocked, including the chiefs surrounding the kingdom, they were all shocked. They were all shocked. Then the special man from the elders who want to go and take the symbol and throw it away, bring the news and tell them everything, that corruption was in, confuse them. In the end, they didn't agree. He doesn't know what entered him, and he want to go and throw the symbol away in the deep sea, so that the king will be automatically leave the throne and they will put a new person there. And his idea is, if they put a new person, it will change entire kingdom. Instead of together we build, to divide we fall. He went to the secret room. He saw the symbol on the stool. He went and watched around to make sure that nobody will see him if he's going out with the symbol. He went in again. The symbol was not there. I didn't take it. I didn't take it. I swear to the river, this is not the agreement. I did not take it. The king then tell the whole people that, okay, now we don't have the symbol. Automatically, I have to leave the throne, or you decide it for yourself. I don't have a choice. The symbol is gone. So you decide for yourself. I have to leave the throne automatically, or what do we do? It's up to you. About half an hour, there was a big discussion going on and on and on. One chief from the village, did you see, get up and said, look, for me, the king has to stay on the throne. We will find a symbol. We are going to consult our river, who is there for us. Every time we need the river, we consult, and he's helping us. We are going to consult the river. As he said that, there was a big discussion. Then in the end, everybody agreed. The entire kingdom and the villages surrounding the entire kingdom agreed that the king has to be on the throne, and they will look for the symbol. The king then get up and went to his palace and came out with the symbol. Everybody was shouting, oh king, why do you do that? Why do you have to shock us? We were all shocked. Then the king told them the whole story, that as the man, the elderly man, went in to the secret room to go and take the symbol, and as he went out to check around to come back and take it, the special children, they also have an agreement with the king that they want to play a game with the king. They will hide something, and then the king has to look for it. But the king never have time to play with them. So as I was not around, as me, the king, I went to have my meeting with the other chiefs. These special children have an idea to go and take the symbol. But why? They don't know that this is our powerful for the kingdom. They call it the shiny thing. So they took it and they went and hid it in a special place in the forest. I also came and I get the news. I also consult everybody that they should be in the palace. Nobody should go out. Nobody should come in. I'm going to consult the special forest. As I went to the forest, I took my clothes, I folded it, put it down. I hear the shouting. He found it, he found it, he found it. The children told me that they have to play a game with me, and I never play with them. And as I was leaving to the special place, by then they were playing in front of the kingdom. So they saw me going, and then to them they think I am going to look for the symbol. But why? I don't know where the symbol is. So the special river, I find out that the special river, they took part. The whole idea was coming from the special river. He gave the children an idea to go and take the symbol and come and hide it in the special place. And then I will come and consult the special place because I don't know where the symbol is. And then where I put my cloth is where the symbol was hiding. And the children were shouting, "You found it." So I want you to know, the river spoke to us and told us that corruption and other characters want to destroy the kingdom. So we have to go and look for the corruption. Who are the corruption? We, the human beings. We will give ourselves chance to be corrupt. We, the human being, we will give ourselves chance to be corrupt. We, the human being, we will give ourselves chance to be corrupt. And if we are corrupt, child labor will come in, teenage pregnancy will come in, other bad influence will come in, pollution will come in, and they will collapse everything from us. All what we achieved will be collapsed. So I am warning you, we have to work together. We have to do everything together. We share ideas together. My kingdom is open. If you have an idea, come to my kingdom. If you see something is going on wrong in the kingdom, come to me. Let's share ideas. That's why our kingdom is called Together We Build. So let's team up together. And I heard that corruption and the other bad characters, they are coming to the kingdom of Together We Build, including the villages surrounding the kingdom. They are coming to invade. They are coming to invade. So in this case, I am using the media, TV stations, the newspapers, the cultural group to talk about the way corruption look like. I would like the art school to make a theater about how corruption look like, how you can fall into corruption. They should do that, and I will show it on the television, and then the news, the radio. They always have to talk about corruption and the way corruption look like, and the way you can be corrupt. They should teach that. I'm asking the cultural group to make a drama about how you can be infected to be corrupt. So I'm asking all the cultural group in the entire kingdom of Together We Build and the villages surrounding the Together We Build to put up a drama about child labor, teenage pregnancy, bad influence, about pollution and corruption. So everybody is taking part, because prevention is always listening to these bad characters and is giving information to the king. So the king is also doing his part. So the art school are doing theater about corruption, child labor, teenage pregnancy, and other bad influence and pollution. And it's always on the TV. The cultural group, they are also going to villages everywhere, making drama about these bad characters, the way they can affect you, so that you don't fall to it. So the kingdom is doing very well. The chief is active. He brought a new companies who came in to invest in the kingdom, and then the villages surrounding the kingdom. So everything is active. And everybody is taking part. The youth are taking part. The elders are taking part. Everybody is taking part. That corruption, child labor, teenage pregnancy, and other bad characters and pollution will not come and invade them. Everybody is taking part. And work is going on in the kingdom with good pay, because they pay their workers very good. Everybody who will go to do a course outside the country, he doesn't remain there. He come back home because he get a good pay. And the whole kingdom and the entire villages surrounding the kingdom is very wonderful. And they are fighting corruption child labor and teenage pregnancy, bad influence, and then pollution. They are fighting them. They don't have chance in the kingdom. Because the message is in the TV, the message is in the radio, how you can be affected with corrupts, how can teenage pregnancy can disturb you, finish you, and maybe take your life. And it's effective. The cultural group, they are doing very good. I'm giving you an example how drama, if you do it good to send a good message, can be effect. This sister, she's called Sister Comfort. She's in the University of Ghana, Legon, in the School of Performing Arts. I think she was doing her final exams, or was it national service? I can't remember. But the subject she chose to do is teenage pregnancy and child labor and other bad influence. And it took a lot of this direction, but the main subject is teenage pregnancy and then child labor. It did this program with our group called Kusumbo, and we were young by then. I think I was in my 18 or 20s, and Koshi was also the same, like 18, 20. Koshi Mungo and Efu Achu was the elder among us, and then Goro, who known as Koku Baker, but we call him Goro. He's also and then the rest are in their 16 till 12 in the group. So we're young. And this lady, Sister Comfort, from the School of Performing Arts, Ghana, Legon, she really trained us. She trained us, this drama we did. It was wonderful drama. And the day we tried it out, that's the first time we performed it out, it was in our training ground in Accra, Nima. We put the performance out to try it out before we would go to the ideas to go to schools and the markets to perform it. And as we try it out, our girls, they were very good. All the people taking part, all the characters in this, they played a good character. It happened that I have to play the bad character. If it came to teenage pregnancy, I was the bad character. It came to child labor, I was the bad character. It came to bad influence, I was the bad character. But, I love to act. And this lady, she gave me all the tips. We were good. So after our performance in the Nima, Sister Comfort and another man, they went with, is it called megaphone? I don't know. You talk in and you can hear it everywhere. I don't know the name. I only know microphone and other things. But if that maybe is megaphone or what, megaphone, something like that. And they make an announcement in the whole market area that in the evening there will be a performance. And then the story is about teenage pregnancy and then child labor. So around 7 o'clock, we set up the performing place. And this Sister Comfort, she really bring equipment from she put up a tent, small tent, and it looked like a clinic. Really like a clinic, with the doctors with their white dress and this thermometer, or how do you call it? You have everything. It really looked like clinic. We started, a lot of people were there. People from the market, women and the men and the parents were there, full, the whole place. We did it in Accra, Nima, bus stop. And it was interesting. A lot of people were there. Activities started. It went on. The drama begin. Get piling. Till where they break the news to my girlfriend's mother that she's pregnant. they brought her to the clinic and they find out that true, she's pregnant. And she's around 11 years old. And the reality, she's around 11 years old. She's young. She's young. We the actors, we are all young. The one 20 years among us is me, Mungo, and Goro is around 16 or so. And Richard is also around 15 or so. So all the rest, they are 13, 12, 11. And then they can really act. My goodness. Everybody was playing his character so good. And then they dressed this 11 years old girl, the way his pregnancy look, and then they came out and he cannot work on, you can hear it from the elders. Oh, who did this to this girl? A young girl, this girl, why? And then you can see the reaction from the audience. And I see, now he's getting interest, eh? Then they bring this girl to the tent and she's going to deliver. She's going to give a birth. And through the birth, she passed away with the baby. And the mother, I think Mama was the mother of this girl. And then the way the character who was playing the mother came out from the tent and fell down, collapsed. And then his sisters came and they were shaking him. And then they break the news that the girl died with her daughter in the hospital. And they were crying, and some of them really cried with tears. The characters who are playing the characters, they were crying with tears, and they are age of 12, 13, and the 11 girl who passed away. Come and see the audience. Come and see the audience. Insulted, which is coming from the audience to me. My goodness, I get scared. And I went to Sister Comfort and told her that, can you say something that is not real? Can you say? She said, no, have patience. I just want to listen what is going on. My goodness, if you say, people are shouting, if it is my daughter, by this time I don't know what I will do to you. I mean, things are coming from the audience. It's a drama, but you see the effect. Things are coming from the audience. In the end of the program, we all came together, all the characters came together, and we have to go and bow to the audience. Even we are bowing to the audience, and then they have to say, this character, he was the young girl who got pregnant and passed away. Then they would cheer to him, hey, that is her mother. Hey, that is this character. Hey, then he reached myself. My character's name is called Joe the Iron. In Ghana, say Joe Daddy. And then they say, yeah, the bad character who went and pregnant the girl and the girl passed away with his baby is called Joe Daddy. That is Joe Iron. And I came out to come and take cheers. All was shouting boo. Hey ho! I was feeling shy and disappointed. Like, no, it's not real. It's not real. It's just, I'm playing character. There I was thinking, hey, drama can really give effect. If you see it from the audience, the parents, they take it so serious. The next day, my mother have a small restaurant. It's called Chop Bar. It's a local restaurant. Every morning, I go to the market to go and bring the food items. I go to the meat side. Everything is ready. I just have to put it in my sack. Go to the tomatoes people. It's ready. I take it to my sack. Go to the cassava people in my sack. Go to the plantain and fish people. I collect everything and go and give it to my mother. Because he have the customers prepare everything already. They know how much my mother buy. In the morning, I take my sack and I enter the market. As I saw somebody took a bowl, a silver bowl, and knocked the silver bowl. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Nale! Hey, Nale means, hey, here he is. Then the whole market was like, oh, bad boy. Wicked, a killer, destroyer. If it is my daughter, that was like, this is about yesterday. So I was shocked and ran to one madam. She's selling cassava. She's called Sister Abna. So I went to her shelter. Then he said, hey, are you the one they are shouting to? I said, yeah, yesterday we played a drama. Then he said, what is that? I said, it's like concert. We play show, we make a show. And he said, then what happened? I said, yeah, I was pregnant. I pregnant one girl and she wanted to give birth and then she passed away, but it was a show. Then he was like, look, take the thing and leave my shelter immediately. I don't support the bad guy. I was like, oh God, oh, Sister Abna also push me away. If I go to where they sell the tomatoes and I want to take the tomatoes, they are shouting on me. Everywhere they shout on me. That as I went to the meat place to take the meat, I decided not to pass through the market anymore. I'll pass backyard, the market. I took the meat and I want to park the backyard of the market. That is exactly where we performed yesterday. Come and see there. That was the missile coming out. Hey, here he is, bad guy, killer, destroyer, and this. I said, I feel so weak. I came home. My mother was like, what is going on with you? What is going on? What happened in the market? And I told my mother the story. And my mother also took the matter. And how dare you to go and pregnant somebody who is like 11? I was like, it's a drama, concert. And this performance we did it in Newtown. We did it in Pokuasi, in schools. We did this in Amasama. We went to Amasama. I think we went to some place also. We went to schools, a lot of schools. And we finished it in a school in Kimbusco School. I think it's in the Caprice area, Caprice, Accra, Kimbusco. That's where we end the performance. This is where we finished the performance, and I saw a girl who I know in the Mokola. As I work at Mokola, so I know this girl. They sell also at Mokola, but they live in Nima. But I didn't know that she's a student. She go to school in Kimbu. I didn't know. So after the performance, I saw her and I called her name. Now I want to introduce myself. I want her to see that I was there playing the character. Then she turned around and said, look, you called me by my name. I say, you, from today you don't call me anymore. I don't support these bad people like you. I don't like you from today. You don't call me anymore. I was like, hey, this is a school. You don't know what is drama? It's not real. Then I went and took the girl who I pregnant and she passed away and said, is it not her? This is her. Why are you talking to me like this? It was like, no, I don't like you from today. I was like, my goodness, drama. So you see how if the drama is effect, and everywhere we go and perform this, we see the reaction from parents. So this is what the king is doing. He's using the cultural group. And the cultural groups are everywhere. And they are performing how you can be affected with corruption, how you can be affected with teenage pregnancy, how you can be affected with child labor. Every bad influence and the pollution, they are on every time drama. They are playing good drama and the actors are good. Very good. So it's the kingdom is now fighting these bad characters and they don't stand a chance. Because everybody is active. Everybody is trying. Though the kingdom will not have all the people's 100%, but they will not pass even 10% to be corrupt or to be bad influence or to be teenage pregnancy or to be child labor. No way. Because everybody is active. The radio is active, educating them. TV is active, educating them. The cultural group, very active, educating them. The art school is all the time doing theater about how corruption can be, theater about how child labor can be, theater about how teenage pregnancy can be bad, theater about how bad influence come and destroy, theater about pollution. So the TV is every time different activities. The cultural groups also. So everybody is fighting these bad characters that they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. But human being is human being. Let's see the message, the warning the king is coming now to give. The king now is ready to come and give a speech with warnings to everybody in the kingdom, entire the villages surrounding the kingdom. He get idea and he want to give a speech, and the speech will end up with a very strong warning, which is not joke. So he asked the cultural group to perform, and then the special cultural group, they now together, all the villages, they have cultural groups, so they are all together now. They ask two acrobatic display, and they display with a story. And I want you to watch this acrobatic display to find out what is going to be the speech from the king. See to this acrobatic display, judge it for yourself, and find out what the king is going to say on her speech day.